Howdy all and welcome to Lax Lives. I think it's time we play a little Dishonored. Alright, so we have made it through the sewers and escaped from Coldridge Prison. We are now at the Hound Pit pub to meet with General Havelock. General Havelock? Maybe. Havoc? Havelock? Something.
I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
Can I kill the rat plague? It says...
So, starting at last, Admiral. We found our man. Even after 6 months in...
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton.
Oh, it's
Man of
just...
the hours.
listened.
Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
Sounds like a good plan.
But we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight. And in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Also sounds like a good plan.
You must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes. Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Okay. So let's go find Piero. Apparently I can't get in that way. Okay, Piero, I'm just gonna say it now. You have this giant door where it's wide open, but your back door's locked. Really? Ooh, okay.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin.
Alright. Well, I need the tools of a master. Well,
No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. Oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
okay. Fresh tank of whale oil. Alright. I'll be the good guy and, you know, fill the next one. There are like books and stuff everywhere up here, dude. I just want to loot your stuff and see what you got.
Perfect. Now plug it in. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to you. If you just hold still, fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need.
Alright. That sounds like a good
Tell me
plan.
what I can make for you.
Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, so I can purchase crossbow bolts, sleep bolts, bullets, spring razor, a trap that can be placed on nearly any surface, Grenades and rewire tool. Allows you to rewire circuitry to security systems to your advantage. Consumed on usage. Man, those are expensive too. Upgrades. That sounds better. Crossbow accuracy, crossbow range. I can't afford. Combat sleep dart. Sleep dart's sedative effects is immediate even in combat. Ooh, that sounds awesome. Corvo's pistol, spring razor, sword crossing makes the swords more effective when locking blades and pushing against the enemy. Mask optics allows you to magnify your views. Press Z to zoom. Really, dude, you couldn't give me that just automatically? Bullet capacity, bolt capacity, grenade capacity, spring razor capacity, and bone charm capacity. Enables one additional bone charm to be active. Total of 4. Unlocks bone charms capacity 2. I don't have any bone charms at this moment, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy the zoom. That seems useful, and probably a rewire tool. Disable security devices or make them work in your favor by using a rewire tool on the circuitry panel for the security device you want to hack. This consumes a rewire tool. Rewire walls of light, arc pylons, and watchtowers will harm your enemies instead of you, while rewired alarms will be fully disabled. Yes, rewired alarms sounds good.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I'm gonna look around a little bit.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Dude, there's like a whole new area to explore. I gotta know what's going on. Like this. A second solution. Excerpt from a series of newspaper articles from prominent natural philosophers by Piero Joplin. Alright, I'm gonna read it real fast to me. Let's see. Since it was expressed a preference for Sokolov's elixir over my own formula, sold as Piero's remedy, he believes his elixir is better. The plague now making its way through the city of Dunwall is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I've studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and it is nearly perfect, elegant in fact. And while it is true that both protect against the plague equally, my own has properties not fully understood which relate to the mind itself and the spirit. It is in this way that my formula wins out. Here is where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see, Sokolov's elixir, which, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants in the key ingredients making up Piero's remedy ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate humankind from the mindless blue-jawed hagfish swimming in the Rinhaven River. Interesting. Whale oil tax, huh? Piero, no, I will not sign off on these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore. What's wrong with the metals in the crystal? King Sparrow feathers? If you need feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy everything you needed was paid for by the tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar and what's left of it, and we're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. No more copper wire or special herbs. If you need those things, go out and scavenge them. Half the city's in ruins, so no one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. Admiral Havelock. Okay, well, I will keep an eye out. Shh, I didn't just steal the stuff he needs from him. Oh, what's this hiding down here? Sokolov Technology and the New Age. Excerpt from a recent book detailing Sokolov's machines. One of the advantages of Sokolov's technologies is that they share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into place with ease. process is simple enough that any common workman or even the lower guardsmen of the City Watch can handle the task. This applies to the arc pylon and wall of light security systems, as well as the power carriages used for transport by those few who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokolov's design is the volatility of the tanks themselves. A few incidents have occurred resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Star chart, southern skies. How does that help me? Alright, he had some more stuff up here I want to take a look at before we get out here too far. Piero's door to nowhere. The door to nowhere has proven to be a safety hazard, but for me this project is an endless source of inspiration. With the proper application of energies, I believe I can transform the door frame into a window of sorts, one that will allow a traveler to cover the distance from my workshop to some distant arbitrary point in a single step. Currently, the step leads to a sheer drop straight down into the courtyard, but in time it will bridge gaps that will boggle the mind. Such work is many years away, to be sure, but if I survive this plague, I am sure to succeed. That's funny. Nothing in the trunk. That's a cool trunk, though. Failed experiments. Excerpt from a series of lectures on natural philosophy. After further, it's true that many of my experience failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back in your social clubs. You laugh at my door to nowhere. A few short years ago, you would have laughed at Sokolov's arc pylon or wall of light. Alright. Dead counter responsibilities. Excerpt from a manual on new City Watch procedures. Commissioned by the Lord Regent in the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades. Oh, they're counting the dead. I see. Including those with late-stage plague symptoms called weepers in common parlance. Okay. Whale vivisection. Excerpt from the notes of a natural philosopher aboard a whaling ship. Each specimen I had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. On the second leg of the trip, two of the crew hauled aboard a female some 42 feet in length. I estimated she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low. By candlelight, I took her apart, sketching and taking notes. Against her bellowing, I cut into the mass of tentacles under her mouth. Within, I found row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Through this broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Whale oil processing. Let's see. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, larger hook is driven through the tail. Used to hoist it up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them into the deck and lift them into the scaffolding overhead. They adjust its prow and returns to the port, where the crew works on the great creature, slicing off the fast parts while it still lives. Stealing your hemlock essence. Whale oil refilling station. Sokolov no longer has the upper hand with regarding to supplies of whale oil. The good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank, refill pump the magnetic attractor, blah blah blah. Once filling, extreme caution, right. Oh. This here. Yeah. Well, tank dispenser. Cool.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better. I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure in the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time. And
Well, that sounds
observe
horrible.
for years, if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Yep, he might be crazy. Alright, I guess it's time to go take a nap.
River traffic is forbidden from landing in the distillery district due to risk of infectious contact. Violator.
My, you must be Corvo. I am Lydia, at your service. Your room is upstairs and ready. When they told me who it was, well, I thought you'd be older, like the Admiral. I'm sorry it's so dark. We can't risk being seen.
I wanted the key. Alright. Litany on the White Cliff. Righteous stand against growing darkness. Yeah, right. There's not much
It is a
in
bit
there.
romantic, though, isn't it?
Excerpt from the Book of Sea Shanties by sailors. What will he do with the drunken whaler? I actually know the tune to that one from playing,
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear.
Black Flag.
Of course you
A Gaffer's Tale. Alright, there's way too much to read in here.
believe whatever they're told.
Okay. The Admiral trusts him, and so will I.
Do not attempt to house or care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to
Gaffer's
the
Tale
farm.
Part
They will
1.
be taken to the flooded
Processed whale oil. We're looking for secrets. Hidden pouch. Havelock's log entry 1. It's been days since our men were dispatched to stash weapons for Corvo in the old sewer. They have not returned, so I can only hope that they've succeeded in getting the package delivered. Piero spent considerable time and resources making those things. If we could find a way to mass-produce them, the Dunwall Navy would secure its place as the dominant force on the globe. But back to Corvo, can he actually break out a cold wall, and if so, will he make his way here? I personally give him odds of 1 in 5. I made it.
It seems we've moved to a new phase. Martin's improvisations have borne fruit. The former bodyguard has been freed and is en route to the staging location. Pendleton's voting block and my military connections. All we've lacked is the ability to project lethal force in a controlled manner against a previously inaccessible... to the point, we need a man who can kill the bastards for us. Corvo is more than capable of that, I have no doubt. Enmar.
I am not going to kill people for you.
Switch. Switch, where the hell is it? Attention, Dunwall citizens.
Oh man, those announcements.
The river crust infestation has spread downriver, as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust.
Oh, I didn't expect that
Any items recovered
to
from so
pop into my hand like that.
state property.
I ate your tartlet.
My furnishings have been installed at last with no small amount of complaining by that antiquated boatman. The others have no idea what it's like to suffer as I have. Speaking of which, Wallace, please breathe 2 bottles of Dunwall Red, never mind which. Fetch a clean glass. Well, I'll begin again tomorrow.
You appear to be a drunk. Alright. Yeah, we talked to Lydia already.
Please follow me to your quarters.
Sure thing there, Wallace. Pretty sure I could have found it myself, though. I mean, I do have this whole arrow thing that points me in that direction. Look, I can get out on the roof from up here. Whose place is this? The Plague Feast. No, that's not what it says. The Fugue Feast. I can read. At the end of every year, after the last day of the month of songs, we begin the Fugue Feast. The Hymn of Atonement and the Fugue Feast ends. It's a mask thing. Following day starts the new year, alright. Call to the spheres. Some creepy dolls. More powdered crystal. Trials of aptitude. Esoteric practices of the Abbey. Once a child shows their proper inclination, he is marked. Overseers are assigned to study the subject surreptitiously. Can't say it. Surreptitiously. I can't say it today. In order to determine whether this inclination is supported by cosmological conditions and other signs. I'm losing my ability to speak, I think. Alright, I don't think that... Oh, they added a note to my journal. Note. Oh, I think they all just add notes. Oh man, this is okay, I don't know why I'm out here. This is interesting and all, but man, I am noisy when I run. I should get some better boots.
This is your room. It was chosen to give you privacy. I understand you'll need your rest.
Attention all citizens. Curfew extends from sundown to sunrise unless you are otherwise authorized. Violators will be subject to interrogation.
Oh, they're so noisy. Sleep time.
Remember,
Objective completed. Meet the loyalists. Go to bed and get some rest. Somewhere else. Oh, somewhere else. Oh. That door's now bricked over. New objective, a visit from the outsider. Something's not right. Are you sure? Are you sure something's not right? We're gonna meet the outsider. Strange gravity.
Hello, Corvo.
Hello, outsider.
Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark. There are forces in the world and beyond the world. Great forces that men call magic. And now, these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power. My gift to you.
Thank you.
Come find me.
Alright. Blink. I love Blink. Press right mouse to execute a fast and stealthy forward dash through the world. You can also use it to move upward, but the distance is reduced. Aiming at ledges will allow you to blink forward and climb up. Hold right to target your destination with a precision. A blue sphere indicates that you should reach your destination. A blue arrow indicates that you will climb up when you reach your destination. Yes. Blink is awesome. Blink is the thing that they were using to get to the Empress and kill her. You cannot save her, 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 blah 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 blah. Right, I get it. I can't save her. I tried. I would have succeeded. It didn't work. Piero's spiritual remedy. Emily's letter. Corvo, I'm very sad. They say that you're dead like mother, but I'm going to put this note in a bottle and throw it into the river because I do not believe them. Living here is very strange. I do not like it, so please come for me if you can. Look, they all look like, what's his face? The, noblemen. That's one of the bad guys right there, I think, who is angrily throwing bits on his little map. You broke your little map. You kind of look like Jean-Luc Picard. Ooh. These are some things we haven't seen yet. He's got some kind of laser bow and some kind of big walking machines.
That follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living thing, molded by my hands. With this heart, you will hear many secrets, and it will guide you toward my runes, no matter how they may be hidden. Listen to the heart now, and find another rune.
Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes, even through walls. The heart beats and lights up when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and it beats faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press right while targeting a person or location.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning. All of time is meaningless here, neither seconds nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Little songs of comfort and love is not about to
Oh man, I think I gotta go. Oh, okay.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
We've acquired a rune. What does it do? Once you've collected some runes, open the journal and go to the power section to exchange them for powers. Runes can be collected and used to acquire supernatural powers. Good to know. Yes, dark vision. See in the dark and see living beings through walls. Yep, I love that one. Got blink, possession, cost 3 runes. I have 1 rune. Bend time is also very awesome. Devouring swarm. Probably won't get that one. That's rats. Wind blast. Don't remember if I ever used that. Vitality increases health. Bloodthirsty, but I don't do brutal. Agility, there we go. Jump height is increased and falling damage is reduced. That one's good. Shadow kill. Turn to ash as they die. Oh, that'd be useful if I was a killer. Yes, I want to buy dark vision. Use right mouse to see in the dark and reveal living beings through solid walls. You can also see their fields of view as well as visual representations of the sounds you make. Level 2 shows you important items through walls like security devices, weapons, ammo, coins, keys, or traps.
How
Nice.
you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. Now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Objective completed. The Hound's Pit Pub, hidden allies, Alright, kind of talked about that, didn't we? Meet up with the Loyalists in her circle. Yeah, we're just returning. Oh, look at that. He thought it was a dream. It's not just a dream. Use the heart to find the rune near the Hound's Pit Pub. Whoa, look at, there's new stuff here. Mystical whale artifact. Pouch. Bone charm. Bone charms provide small supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit. By default, you can activate up to 3 bone charms at once in the bone charm section. The Journal of Granny Rags. Okay, Granny Rags is a character in here. Excerpt from the Ramblings of a Street Denizen. Of course I'll tell you, dearie. I won't keep any secrets from you in the end. All the dreary days of my life are like the windows of a house. From the kitchen I can see out into the garden where the leaves and stalks are brown and bug-eaten. You can see a little lump of dirt where something was wrapped in a blanket and laid to rest along the rows of twisting vines. The front room looks out into the street where the neighbors are all setting fire to their homes, barricading themselves inside. Warm and snug, dearie. Don't forget about the bedroom either. It sees into a dreary alley where hooligans are playing a game with an old man. The first 2 are hitting him with sticks, and the girl with them is kicking at his dry old ribs. Oh, to have those bones, to boil them in a pot. No one lives in my house anymore, dearie. No one you'd want to meet. When I lived there with my husband, we were fine people. Vera Moray, everyone would say, your house is as grand as Boyle Manor. Moray, that's a name we came across before. Better even, your dinners are lavish and your parties are the best. When that young Sokolov came to paint my portrait, I was nearly still in my prime. Radiant, he said, and he was just barely a man, so young, painting all the best people across the land. Everyone wanted a portrait by his hand, all my friends. I was the only one, dearie. What? I was the only one, dearie, wet with his paint, glistening on the canvas for a pretty coin. But it wasn't all parties and paintings. I don't understand that sentence. My husband and I weren't always at home. No, we traveled together, he and I, to the far ends of the Isles, beyond even. Alright, this is really long. All the way to they went to the red cliffs of Pandysia to dig in the rock and crawl through the caves. Precious things came out, but none so precious as the boy with the black eyes. All those marks and bones, carved so deep and polished so bright. Brought the old bones home, hid them from my dear husband. Then I learned to boil them and carve them myself. They made such good presents, dearie. Apparently she makes the bone charms. The little mute boy took them home. He loved them so. After a time, he came back with new bones for me. Oh, good. So he's an assassin. And he went so far, all the way to Dunwall Tower, the royal headsman himself now. Yeah, see, he likes to kill people. Bones, 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 bones. Yes. She's crazy. Early life and criminal record for Slackjaw. Why are there so many bone charms? I feel like I'm not back in the real world yet. This is crazy. Why are there so many bone charms? Why are there so many artifacts? This place was full of them. It's creepy. Alright. Oh man, we have gone on so long. Bone charms. Yes, these are the bone charms we have collected. I can equip... This is 7. Raven. Drop assassination gives you a bit of health. Enemies... Quick dodge. Enemies miss more often with arrows and bolts. River affinity. Swim speed increased slightly. Good lungs. Breath capacity. Increased voyeur. Moderate keyhole peeping magnification. Delicate touch. Breaking glass sound is moderately reduced. Fencer. Silver sword contests. Win them more often. Blast resistant, Fire Watcher, Void Channel, Power. Oh, that sounds like a good one. Gutter Feast. White rats can be consumed for mana. Gross. White rats won't attack you. Alright, so sounds like swim speed and good lungs and quick dodge. I'm not sure why I have so many of these open, but I'm going to take it. Delicate touch, breaking glass sound is moderately reduced. I don't think we'll probably do too much fencing. But, I guess white rats won't attack you sounds good. Alright, well we will come back next time then to try and acquire the rune, so... Click like, subscribe, share, and catch the next one, and I will talk to you later.